Yeah, we made that switch Thursday last week. I guess we do need to make the
financial adjustment. I think then you agreed it was like we used every $5,000.
This is reused over, this was over.
10,000 with the snow plow and all that.
Oh, snow plow.
That's for the camera.
You should have that side of it.
Okay, street down to Huber.
Okay.
CLMFCA and give a current password.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna come up with that, we'll talk to him to see, make sure. It just
All right,
doesn't
any
need
more?
transfer.
No, I see what you.
You could look at it. Have you heard anything on the railway path?
I sent an email today to get the exact description, because there was apparently a discrepancy in that, and I contacted Tom. So, but I sent an email this morning to, Stacy, and have that response today, but, find out or whatever.
Thank you. The only other thing I was gonna bring up, I didn't know if, we were still supposed to meet, a representative from Bradford, possibly out the,
Just wait to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they should be maybe this week at the earliest.
Okay. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say is, Alan Ellerman is retiring, July 1st. It's his last day, which falls on a Tuesday.
Okay.
So I was planning on having a dinner out at the county shop, and I thought that would work good for the commissioners also.
You invite us out to dinner, or you
There you
invite
go.
us? Okay.
What day did you say?
July 1. Tuesday. So
Uh,
I'll let you know more in advance. I'm planning on getting him a plaque or
Yeah, yeah.
something. I mean,
Yeah, we did that with,
Gary Hosier
Yeah.
and Harold, my
Harold,
father-in-law.
yeah.
So I think it's like 36 years or something like that. So
is that one?
he started.
We started right as that.
Yeah, that's the only job he's ever had. So anyway, I'll let you know more when it gets closer, but I just want to give you the heads up on that.
Is he retiring or moving on?
He's moving. He's gonna actually start farming for his brother-in-law. He's a farmer doing cattle. I'm not sure exactly what he's gonna do, but
Yeah, Alan.
he's going on the. He's only like 55.
Farming is a really good job.
There you go.
You just got recorded saying that.
I'll call you about time we're working together.
All right. Well, that's all I have.
Yeah, like keep us posted on when we get closer to that July 1st.
Yeah, I will.
Is it like lunch hour, is that what you're?
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
do a little
great.
barbecue or something. Do something.
We can try to break it early from work session and get out there and stuff, and or if you.
Better agree. Better agree.
I think I may have a 210 floated up, just a little ways west of that iron concrete bridge closest to my place. There's half the road's underwater.
Really?
There's pockets in there.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
What was that, little bridge west of Muskogee on 270? When you get that later this summer, you replace that, because I think you bought the tube, if I remember right.
Yeah, we've got the tube that's in Effingham, just whenever we get time to do
Okay,
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Because Uncle Sam's, I call him Dennis Winslow, mailman, I mean, if he told me once, he told me 14 times that that's an issue.
Yeah, we'll try to get that in for harvest, that way heavy loads will be going over and stuff.
Yes, sir. I'm just passing along what the.
Yeah, the culvert is out at Effingham at the transfer station.
What are you using, 8 or 10, 8 foot?
I believe it was an 8.
Yeah, I think that's big enough, because one of the fast ones where it said didn't know that big,
you know, sometimes, unless it's backup water, that it just can't get out of there.
Well,
It
that's,
should be
it's
fine.
real close to the river, so
Yeah.
at times there's gonna be, when it's flooded, it's not gonna be, I mean, it can't get away, but under normal conditions, when water is draining, water, it should
Yeah.
easily fit that pattern as far as it goes. Where we have a bridge inspection.
That's what I
Yeah.
Sorry.
All,
No, no, it's good.
all on the buying the bridge inspections, all the field work is done. They're just, updating all the files. Hopefully we'll get them back and get a copy of the inspection, probably midsummer, hopefully as soon as possible. And they're working on the field inspection on the 20-foot and less bridges, but the weather's kind of slowing down a little because a lot of those are down dirt roads, so they're in the process of looking.
Any update on the high-risk road, both of them, the one that we accepted and the one we applied for, where we at with those?
Don't know anything on the one we applied for yet. The one south of Atchison, they said the let date is late July, so I should know something at the end of July about when.
Which one was that?
On 262.
Oh, okay. You thought you didn't let bids yet?
No, late July.
Late July. There was I think the service construction was inquiring about that, but I just told them they're gonna let it. You know, for their work, but,
Yeah, they let it go on.
They're asking,
Yeah.
so it'll be up for bid.
yeah.
It'll be posted, so it'll be.
So will they be like doing that, like during harvest time?
Well, if it bids in July, yeah, it's probably gonna be.
I'm just curious, people are asking just when.
Probably around September.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, is it gonna be?
30 days, it's 30 days, 30 days is the working days on the whole project.
Okay. Do you have any idea as
So
far
we
as,
did.
will they do it in stages, like,
That's
will they do
what-
one intersection or two, or?
That's kind of their option, we don't know for sure. We were kind of hoping they would do one, move on to the next one, and do them as they go. Tom was concerned that they might do the dirt work on each of them, and then come back and lay the asphalt on all three of them like the same day. I don't know yet. Hopefully, it'll be as less painful as possible.
Would you ever figure out, like, just because people have asked about Ottawa and 262nd, I mean, I know what Tom's opinion was, but I mean, there's a lot of people concerned if it went to.
That's how the blueprint is right now. All that we would have to do to change it, if you wanna put in a four-way stop, is pass a resolution, put up a stop sign.
What do you think of something like that? I mean,
Well, yeah. If people obey the speed limit, there's not gonna be an issue. So I guess it'd be up to enforcing the speed limit. But I really don't think it'll make that big of a difference because, I mean, even if you stop on either end, you're still gonna have a little way to get your speed pulled up. It comes down to people obeying the law. If people obey the law, there's no problem.
yeah.
My personal opinion is I would go with the way the plans are and see how it works out. Possibly take the portable speed limit trailer out there set up, you know, where it shows that they're speeding. And I wouldn't fix it before it's broke. I'd wait to see what happens.
But we just don't wanna have a major accident, we just fix it up for a safety issue, and then we have a major accident.
Yeah, for sure, we'll have to put up extra signage that's saying,
Yeah.
cross traffic does not stop. For sure.
Yeah, stop at head signs, hopefully.
We've done that before when we walked around intersections, we'd, go back and put up extra signs saying, cross traffic does not stop. Put some extra signage up.
Yeah. As some people are asking, deal about 377, we're gonna have to alert them at some point, because they're gonna have to.
Yeah. You'll have to get with, Steve and, they're gonna have to find a different spot to meet
I
up.
think it's just talk with Pine, you could just do something else.
That'd be the best place, I would think. But right now, that place is vacant, I think, the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. That's just, I don't know whether.
And when they met up there in the morning, that would be before they were open anyway. So, you know.
Unless they went down to the intersection now by like 59.
Yeah.
That crossroad, or,
Mm.
we used to go to Camp Creek Church, that's what we used to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get with Steve and, tell him what the situation is.
Just inform him.
Give him a heads up,
He'll
yeah.
he'll have to turn it over to his, road, or his.
Yeah, that'll be
Transportation.
a small adjustment, I don't think it'll be a big deal. Alright. Alright, and I'll check on that, you say it's, just west of your place?
Yes. Kyle came up.
Where the culvert?
I did call us. We asked about the Golden Bridge and
That's the wrong
he
one.
emailed Stacy this morning. What's definitely the last
I
time?
know, I guess I didn't remember.
Get pretty close to it. We definitely don't wanna lose that grant because that's why our school will pay for nothing.
I'll get with, KDOT this afternoon and find out for sure what the absolute latest is. So it's gonna be coming up here, probably August.
Well, I thought, they needed to, by the time they do have to have engineering approval, I kinda got the impression that if we had to, they want to start.
Well, I'll check with KDOT to make sure, it's not only us, it's, BG Consultants is waiting on Terracom to do the geology work before they can finish the plans. And KDOT is on BG because they can't figure the working days until the plans are done. So it's kind of a vicious circle there.
Yeah.
But,
But it all hinges, we gotta get the right of way.
that's what's,
Yeah.
I got an email from Terracom yesterday wanting to know what was going on. I told them, I'd check again. But yeah, we gotta get going soon. But I'll get with KDOT this afternoon and find
I
out.
keep that on my list to ask every week till I hear something on this. I might even do it once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
If I get set date, I'll email everybody and let them know when I'll have to be taken care of.
Just for your information, the bridge on Chase and stuff, whatever, they're asking us to do this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy, if you guys, if any of the planks that you guys are saving or whatever, Tom,
No.
there's no
Okay.
planks on that one?
It's,
There's planks.
yeah, it's like, yeah. Tom wants some.
Tom wants some, I don't know how many, but, so if you don't wanna have to haul them off, if there's not any that you're gonna salvage, just come,
Yeah.
cause you just have to road that.
Yeah. Yeah, on that bridge, we probably won't salvage any.
Okay.
There isn't any on that bridge that are in very good shape, I don't think.
When's Husker gonna get started on that bridge here?
It was October, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About harvest time.
But it's 3-ton bridge anyway right now, so except for a pickup truck or a car, it really isn't gonna, you can't haul anything across town.
What we do with the 238 road bridge when that gets replaced?
238 through.
East County. It's 238, isn't it?
No, it's 230.
Oh, 238.
We were just gonna demo it, scrap it.
Okay. Back up on inquiries about possibly buying it, or you looking for like trails? Not Rock County.
You keep this going, you?
Not yet.
It probably wouldn't be a problem if it's got a concrete deck on it, so it's gonna have to be broke out. the sides would probably be pretty easy to salvage. The bottom of it, not so much.
Okay. I'm just
But if
curious.
somebody wanted, you know, just the trusses, probably wouldn't be, you know, we'd probably just wanna cut them up and sell them for scrap anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be an option.
Okay, well, that's still ways off, I think, isn't it?
Well, October.
Yeah, October, so, okay, we'll get some more information too. He ran across any old bridges like that,
Okay.
so like they're always doing it.
Yeah.
Not for traffic use, but pedestrian.
Alright.
Any other equipment issues that we have to deal with?
The only thing I'm really concerned about now is that roller. You know, I looked into some, used rollers. They're only offering us, $10,000 in trade for a roller, and so I told the guy that we'll probably just run it. And if it blows up, then I'll call, one of the dealers and get a rental and rent to own, or just rent it for a month or something. But right now, I think we just might as well run it until it quits running.
What did you say, I mean, what are they rating, I mean, a new price versus good used, or what is it?
A good used one, 70,000 to 80,000. So,
How many hours do you have?
less than 1,000 on a new one, or on a
Good use.
one, yeah.
How many hours you got on a weekend?
It was only, I can't remember, I wanna say like 2,500 on it.
But it's, yeah,
But at this point, I think we ought to just run it, and if it quits running, we aren't really gonna gain anything by trading it off.
well, we know now with trade value, I mean, you don't want to spend much of anything on the thing to fix it back up, and so we just have to.
Van Kemple, they offered us $10,000 for a trade-in, and they estimated it worth, they thought they'd get 13,000 out of it. And we paid 13,000 to get it fixed.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
But we need to use it to see whether the repair job.
You know, we was worried about it because it was surging, and, they changed the filter and it seemed to fix it, but we cut the filter apart and there's nothing in the filter, or no brass or any shavings. So, it's been working okay, so we're just gonna keep running it.
Good.
Like I said, if it goes down and we have to have one, I'll, call and get a rental, and then we'll decide what we wanna do.
Any more building bids?
No, I'm waiting, actually, that guy from Top Line, he was the only other one I was waiting on, and, he was actually going on a fishing trip for a week, and,
Wow.
so,
It's gonna be too hot, we have to take that fishing trip.
Do you ever contact QSI?
no.
I know somebody has a pretty good inside track with them, so.
Don't, do they do steel?
That's right.
I'm pretty sure they do, don't
I don't think so.
they? They don't? I'll find out.
They'd make a good building.
Yeah,
Even if it's wood, they'd make a good.
I got a friend that, has pretty inside track with them.
I plan on getting hold of them when we start looking at the ambulance station.
I always thought they were right there.
They've just quoted me what it cost just to build it.
So, hopefully I'll have something next week.
I know you said something about maybe having to get an engineer.
Right. My only concern is to.
Yeah, but what did Jefferson County do?
They had an engineer draw the plans.
Okay, do you have to, do you need an engineer, or is it need an architect and an engineer, or just an engineer?
I think just an engineer to show all the wiring diagrams, the plumbing, and all of that. I don't know that we necessarily have to have an architect.
What about site planning or?
Well,
That's what I thought maybe.
a lot of it's going to depend on where we end up. I mean, if we can come up with a pretty level piece of ground to put the shop on, you know, that's basically all we need to,
Do
supply is a level piece of ground. And then any other site, you know, we can take care of in-house. It's just, the initial, you know, flat place for the shop. There's a pretty good flat spot out there, the property we've been also looking at. I don't think it'll be a problem. There's a pretty good flat spot out there.
You guys,
He's gonna ask me that about the dirt, there's a quarter of some dirt, right?
Oh, that's where they transfer the dirt currently over to the west side, but he was inquiring about some of our dirt that's, you know, where you had been digging out for the C and D. He was just inquiring about that, so I don't know where we're at with that, if we need that, if we don't need it, I mean, it's just.
At this point, that I would say they need it,
Yeah.
but in the future,
well, you heard the C&D thing that Brian fell through?
oh, it did for sure fall through.
Been in contact, with their attorney, and KDHE declined their permit.
Okay.
I heard they still own it. I think, I was told earlier that they maybe even open for it, but, I mean, I haven't seen or anything.
I did hear that on the radio, but I didn't know if that was the end of it, or.
The impression I got from Pat's email that they were gonna continue to, because that's not, I mean, there are other people that do solid waste that use the same kind of, you know, put trash in. I think Devonball's even has some caves, that kind of stuff. So it's really not that big a difference, but just it's first time I think anybody applied for that kind of permit under those circumstances with C&D material, so they're a little cautious, so.
Well, I would say right now, I would really shy away from getting rid of any of the dirt out there,
Okay.
because if that's the way it's gonna happen.
Right now, we wanna think about it.
Yeah, because, basically right now they're digging the new C and D pit to
Sure.
cover the.
It's inquired, I just said it pass along.
I guess it's more of a question for Chase, but.
Yeah, it's really his, now that you've got more history of
That's right. Yeah. But yeah, I would, think I do. How's the truck?
Seems to be pretty good.
Still running?
Running. Something I don't know about.
Has anybody went like that to you yet?
Not yet. Haven't hit any rocks on it or anything.
I think he was gonna seek some warranty work or something.
I did have a question about the oil on it though. When's the last time it was changed? Do you know?
The trip meter, that's what I always kept track of the oil, and I think it was on 3,500, somewhere around there. We usually change
It
it.
says something about change the oil, or need change oil or something.
Yeah, that's the factory setting.
Okay,
I just always went off the trip meter.
okay.
I'll get with you on that.
All right, I bought some oil just in case.
Okay.
Did you leave the snow plow on for me?
Yes, I did.
Sitting over there in the parking lot.
Yeah, I'll help you out with that later, but, yeah, the trip meter,
Okay,
we usually change it every 5,000 miles, so if you just hit the trip.
okay, good, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, I didn't know it came up about changing oil. so-
Yeah, it's just factory setting.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I went over to Fenton's and they had one curb cut. And I asked them to hold it, and I called out Heritage, and they said they had, one that was still sitting there for sale, so they would honor that price.
So we better not wait much longer.
I asked them to hold the trailer and the mower, so.
So we have the bids here, Peter, so we can approve it and then you can make the.
Right.
So.
And he didn't know how the county did it out there as far as buying equipment. Whether we had to get a check for them, or, you know, probably,
What?
Heritage.
If we run the purchase order through, well, they'll send it back, but I'd say,
Right, but that'll be, 2 weeks from now.
well, whenever the accounts payable go out, yeah. can do a handwritten, can we still do a handwritten check, I think, can't we?
Not my department anymore, I guess you could. I mean, if you requested it, I'm sure you could.
Now, the trailer, I guess they let you have yours without the, they said you just send the check later, right? So, they was okay with that.
Get tags and stuff, or tag.
Right, I guess I just take that to the treasurer's office. Or what I
You
have
have to pay for that, they won't let you have the tag without the money.
So how do you pay for it?
I wrote a check. I
I
wrote a
don't
check.
have a check. So how do
You're
you?
either going to have to put a request in for payment and have them give you a check whenever the checks are written, or
So do I have
He could probably like get the amount from them, they would be able to tell him like what the amount.
mine is $25.50.
Write a personal
No,
check?
just issue a check.
I wrote a personal check and then I requested, I got my money back from the county.
Oh, okay, I can do that then.
Well, you could go to him like first, get what the amount would be, and then have a check issued for that amount. Could you do that way too?
Mine check.
Write you 3 checks.
I would have had to wait a week or more to get my check, so
Somebody had handwriting.
we needed the trailer the next day or two, so
Oh, okay.
I just wrote the check. It was only $25.50.
Okay. Must be the same for all trailers, isn't it, for every county?
Hope so. Go downstairs and ask them.
Okay.
I bet the same.
All right, I'll ask Chris to write the checks, and I'll ask stuff out of clerk, or the treasurer's office first.
Could probably use purchase cards too, couldn't we?
In the treasurer's office, there's a
Yeah.
percentage, additional percent. How much do they charge?
It's not very much
I
though.
don't know, tags I've been waiving, I can't touch the summers.
Huh?
I do my tags that way, but
Well-
I've waived it the last 2 times. Because they've been having trouble with their,
You can put in a request, but, manual stuff right then, I mean, I guess he was asking about, you could stagger it, when paychecks, when they go out on weekly or Tuesday places.
I'll just run down, I'll find them out and ask Chris if he can do the checks. Over across the bridge, they said it's okay, maybe when they take it up, remember to get the check, so. Be nice when I'm over with the check, I guess.
Yeah.
If we can do that.
Talk to him, do that.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
What's their amount? I didn't, somebody gave me.
The 7,900 on the mower and
95.
95 on the trailer.
Fenton's and Heritage tractor.
Yeah. What's nice is that, per mower, 60-inch deck mower. So the purpose of it will be for, maintenance to take care of all of our grounds mowing. Multiple departments. So you have like 1 to 2 people doing everything.
And where was this money coming, where are you paying it out of?
I see the list. We're looking at it as a capital.
Well, yeah, he's got money in his capital outlay but if you
He's
take.
gonna lose some of that on that truck.
Yeah, he'll lose a lot of his trucks, so we may have to take some out of both.
I think that's what we put extra in here, was for that truck.
We had a higher balance in commodities too that we noticed, so, the one was recent budget.
So it's gonna, it'll be coming out of the maintenance?
Correct. Yes, county maintenance support. I'll have to think how we do on budget time, like with Super Village, as far as how they budget that stuff in. If they're mowing that too. There's a portion of that they're gonna pay into. County maintenance, just 'cause they're separate funds, separate entities. But some
They
some things-
decided they was gonna give theirs out, I didn't hear him say that they was gonna give theirs out.
Well, I thought this was to take care of that
No,
department.
he thinks the contractual thing is a little bit high. He could, I see no problem just taking it all out of capital outlay, because if he comes up short there and he's long on contractual, it still lines up in his budget and stuff, so. I'd suggest we take it out, take both the truck and those two pieces out of his capital outlay budget maintenance.
Need a second on that, or?
We approved it, but, the Art Association project, $2,500, they had, the concrete, Milking Concrete directly billed to us for the $2,500, instead of sending out a check to their association. Save them on sales tax.
Where does this come out of, this comes from out of county general?
Correct. We approved them.
Oh, you did.
They had sent it to,
Yeah.
did you already go through this, or?
Yeah, I see the
It wasn't-
co-op, well, they got their Summerville program, really, the only place that may also, it won't apply, only to the lay people right now.
That's the only one I could think about, I don't know if they have any more.
Well, I think, isn't the program, I don't know, heat the, heating trailer that they use by propane, and what little heating's done at, transfer stations, is that propane, cause there's not gas out there.
That's a good question, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, natural gas,
Well, I think somebody said there's one maybe not too far away, but that might be something long-term that we'll see not getting put in there.
You check and see if we got natural gas going out there, is that correct?
We don't.
We don't?
I don't think you have it. I know, I didn't check on it, we probably should have, Matt could probably check it out, Roger could maybe tell us when.
Yeah, as long as we have maps that indicate where to.
Well, we got, I know he's got all, the city, he's got all that stuff, but he may not have that, so.
I don't remember seeing a tank out there. Let's not say it's like, since we have project 2 o'clock for approval of floodplain,
Yep. Resolution.
County Lake picnic tables.
Yeah, we'll update you on that. I will update you on, if you go back up to reports of elected officials and department heads.
Oh, yeah.
We may be scheduling a special Lee County Health Board meeting. We have a part-time CEO candidate that we may be considering hiring, and that may happen yet this week. You guys remember we passed a resolution and signed a local agreement with NEKDS. Brown County found 2 little errors, and the board didn't like it very well, NEKDS, but 3 of the 5 counties agreed with what they proposed, so we will need to, once we get the final draft with those 2 little changes, we will have to repeal that resolution, pass a new one, and sign a new agreement. The agreement will be pretty much the resolution will be the same, the interlocal agreement will have 2 changes to it, so. We're waiting to hear from their attorney with the proposal. Needless to say, that's been an interesting adventure.
Do that separate so we can
Yeah, we were gonna discuss that. We're gonna wait till, if Chris comes up and set that, and then so we can set that.
Yeah, you get the
I got
proposed schedule,
the
like the
proposed
next
time.
3 weeks, the next 4 weeks.
Yes, 4 weeks. Next 4 Tuesdays. We need to decide, we need to give them option, I mean, we could do something if it fits their schedule for an afternoon meeting, they can, or else we can do it during work session.
Yeah, work sessions would be good too.
Oh, yeah. I would think you'd be able to cover 2 or 3 for a work session, I think.
Yeah, or more if it's not really large.
Yeah.
Cause a couple of those would be outside agencies coming in.
Well, just my recommendation is that we leave it optional, that they can, we'll leave, those would be the different times, and they can start signing up, whatever, and we'll start making a schedule of that, so.
If we had to, if we got into, we get into July 1st through 8th, so if we start getting there, or even between July 15th, we need to,
Well, I heard, Chris sent me an email on Peggy for July 8th.
if we ran into, a crunch or something like that, we could probably, special
Meetings.
we can have a workshop with our budget planning, budget session.
So you're wanting to do a meeting on during your work session, or just having that as your budget?
Yeah, I think we're planning on, work sessions, if there's something that coordinates with the schedule, then we could do it during a regular session, or if we get in that July 1st, July 8th timeframe where we're meeting an additional day, we could also schedule strictly a budget workshop day.
I think the more options we offer to them, they need to meet their schedule, that's fine, right?
I've had several departments ask, but I didn't have any answers for them.
Right. Well, that's, I think our intent is to have planning either during planning, which would be 10 to 12, or, we have 1 to 5.
That's what I was saying.
We didn't have any
If we
action.
get into a crunch, we could do a separate budget work day.
Well, or if somebody has a major conflict at any of these other times, like, we have to have a separate date, we can make that work, that's no problem. That's no problem.
You guys got an email from Kansas Water Office about the feeder revision meeting? Just got it.
We must be, probably starting to put some stuff together apparently.
Yeah, they're doing a tentative location, and dates are, the week of July 7th through the 11th. Monday, July 7th, they're doing it in Wichita and St. John. Tuesday, July 8th, Liverpool, Garden City, Dayton. Wednesday, July 9th, Colby, Stockton, Salina. Thursday, July 10th, Manhattan, Washington, or Kansas City. And then Friday, July 11th, Fort Scott. So I'd say those last 2 days. We're pretty close to our area, probably.
Which ones?
Yeah, these are just
City, Manhattan,
in Washington. So Washington's gonna be about 2.5 west, that's on 36 Highway. Manhattan's 2.
That's close to Washington.
Yeah. They got Kansas City within an hour or so. I guess it's 3 locations.
I'd like liberal.
Who got that? It does look like it's tentative, but those are the, I go to the website, they show the website, Tracy Streeter, I thought it was at the governor's gonna be a focus. And, he wants a proposed project to the north of us. I'm sure they would, we probably impacted at some point, if the vision plan, we know how to. Basically, do you have water or not?
I guarantee you, water is gonna be, we feel pretty fortunate. I mean, we get back to normal rainfall, we ain't too bad shape here. When you get west of 81, like, water gets to be quite an issue. And when you get to dealing with urban areas, who gets first president? Agriculture or urban? Gets to be a pretty interesting discussion and fight tonight today.
Do you have a Jake now?
Never had a Jake yet, never heard Shelley's gonna get with him, I never had nothing to do.
You know, that's not all of us, Michelle, they're getting the necessary report stuff to meet their demand, by the end of the month. You know, there's a black, well, you weren't here. They was having some issues with their reporting, and West had even this morning stuff, and they're on the fiscal year, July, so they had to have,
Yeah.
West was supposed to be working on it. I forgot to even ask them, but we need to kind of keep following up, because we got a promise that because of that time frame, they needed to make sure that they got those reports printed so they could turn it into the state for their funding and stuff, yeah. So, it sounded like it wasn't gonna be that big, but it's gonna take a little bit of time, you know.
Yeah, they, Shelley and Melissa, they're on Dole, that's the Dole, to be correct, so John, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're on CIC, they was having a problem getting the report that they needed printed from the CIC.
Okay.
That's what they was having trouble with. Well, they could manually, you know, possibly, but they wasn't getting the report that they wanted, so. And that had to be in before, or by the end of the month, in order for them to meet their fiscal, or meet their obligations and stuff, so.
Good afternoon.
He may be back, he may not.
Thank you, sir.
Do we need a resolution number?
What's that?
Do we need a resolution number?
Probably do. Is that gonna be easy to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
big noises on community websites and state publication costs as well. Consider these before publishing a lengthy document. So we're not required necessarily to publish the whole.
I think you can,
Put it on the website.
yeah, publish it.
I hadn't thought about that before. I was like, well, that'd be a heck of a newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the book that was sitting on the front.
Just put the notices on the community website.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Like,
Yeah.
Would be very easy for us to do. I'll make sure and get that and get a copy of it to Pauline.
what?
They have a version of an adoption by reference notice. Or do you do that regularly? Where you don't have to publish the entire thing, then you can just publish a reference to it. I would just make sure that we get a,
Is this where we
A
can
copy of it.
publish something in the paper saying that if they wanted to look at the whole thing, it's on the website?
absolutely.
That work?
I think it would. Just
Well, they-
publication. You're telling them that,
That's where the fail.
It's their ordinance, it's our ordinance, they're the ones who oversee it. I would say if they're telling us this is legitimate, then it should be. They do this with every county in the state of Kansas, almost. I'm bringing this back up, a little over 20 days ago, we went through and took a look at it. Since that time, it's been sent off to FEMA. If you'll notice, the date is back, and on the back page of this, you will notice that it's already been approved by the chief engineer for flood management. So they have looked this over and said it's fine with them. The big thing to notice on this, on page 2 of the resolution, Article 2, General Provision, this refers to the index map dated September 3rd, 2014. So this ordinance, as well as managing floodplain, also adopts the new maps by reference. So that you will know there's not two separate processes. This is the ordinance by which that is done. Most of the changes that we went through on this are because we previously didn't have all of the flood hazard zones in our area because our maps were 1977 maps. Now we have many more areas of reference. I brought these along just for your information. This is one set of the paper panels of Atchison County. So it's that many maps just to show the floodplain in Atchison County. And that's why, for the most part, what we do when anyone comes in, you'll recall that we adopted the management or the application a few months back. Since then, we've probably processed easily between 30 and 40 of those applications. Very good about getting people a copy of their property, and if there is floodplain on or adjacent to their property, we always give them an aerial photo of it and have them mark where they're going to develop so that we know where that is. I haven't had any real complaints about it. Most people are fairly comfortable with that process, or have expressed that to us. They would just assume that they're putting it in the right place also. Also, by coming in before they start construction, they can also let us know where their driveways are going to be, and that way we get their 911 codes correct. Because otherwise, what they did is they put up a building, wanted an address, and we didn't know where they were going to have a drive to the property. Now, with the new next generation 911, they want that address to correspond to a spot on the road, so that their GIS will send them to that location to enter the property. There's nothing new on here since the last time we reviewed this.
So like, an existing homeowner would not have to do anything.
I can't absolutely say that. For the most part, an existing homeowner who is not in the floodplain will have to do nothing. If by chance their property is in the floodplain, what is going to automatically occur anyway? They may have already been in the floodplain and regulations were a lot more lax. We have had legislation coming through in the past few years because FEMA has been spending way more money than they take in. And so there was a bill passed in 2013 called the Bigger Waters Bill that essentially requires FEMA to stop subsidizing properties that are high risk. They have actuary tables, and if a house is getting replaced every 8 years, they need to pay more than $250 a year for that insurance policy. Because of that, what they are requiring is all federally backed loans, which the vast majority of all loans are federally backed. If they're insured by a federal agency, they're federally backed. And so it requires all of those lenders to be certain that their properties are not in the floodplain, or if they are in the floodplain, then they have to have flood insurance. Because of that, we get calls from various different real estate agents, lending institutions, asking us about this, and they check it out. If the property is in the floodplain, then they are going to have to, in many cases, provide an elevation certificate to assure that the elevation of the structure is such that it either won't be damaged or their rates are determined by how far below that 1 foot freeboard are. Actually, it costs you more for insurance the lower in the floodplain you build. So, I think there's very, very few properties, and as a matter of fact, there was only one property in Atchison County. Now, when I say in Atchison County, I'm talking about in our jurisdictional area. We do not process floodplain applications within the city limits. But within the rural portion of the county, there was only one letter of map amendment, and that one has been passed on with the new map. It is still a valid map amendment. And for your information, what happens if you disagree with what the report says? Let's say someone has a house and the house is touching in the corner of the property. They're welcome to have an elevation certificate to show that they're above, or if they believe that the floodplain's in the wrong location, they can actually have a civil engineer do a report for them that says this shouldn't be in. They file what's called a LOMA, letter of map amendment, and that letter of map amendment then goes to FEMA, and FEMA then rules on it as to whether it's good or bad. It does not mean that we change the maps. The maps do not change with a letter of map amendment. All it does is say, this document amends the map in this location in this way. And so it's just a reference amendment and not an actual amendment to the map. Okay? If I'm over-explaining something,
No.
stop me, but there are some of these things that you think that they're not exactly what they sound like.
I completely understand that. I was curious how that process works.
Sure. There's an application and
Yeah.
you can go through it. Anything like that you ever wonder about FEMA and the flood insurance program or the new laws, don't hesitate to ask me. If I know, I will be more than happy to share that information with you. If I don't know, I'm willing to find the answer. But the stuff is all relatively complex. In Atchison County, we're not horribly affected by it like many coastal areas are, or for instance, the area over at Sugar Lake would be heavily influenced by those kinds of things. But the whole idea is that if somebody's built in that floodplain, they want their insurance to go up so that before they rebuild again, they know that it's going to cost them. Because otherwise what happens is every time they flood out, they want the federal government to buy them out of here. flood insured through the federal program.
Yeah, because the land rates have always been influenced by that data. I mean, whether you have, you know, they get into different classifications of like, you know, triple letters, so like anywhere from like AAA grading ground all the way down to the worst ever seen like triple D classifications.
And it's much more complicated on the coast, because they have, in addition, they have, coastal areas have wind and wave action as well as rising water action. And so they may find themselves looking at several different things. There are entire communities that are developed totally within flood hazard area too low. They know it. They're multi-million-dollar properties in beachfront atmospheres, and they cost a lot of money. And one of the reasons the Congress has passed these bills is because they're tired of replacing all of those things every time. Some of them have rates that are going up substantially. And speaking recently with realtors from the Florida area, they've got properties who are looking at $30,000 a year insurance payments.
The South, I just saw an article about South Florida. They're talking about.
Yeah, well, whether you're on the Gulf or the East Coast, the Atlantic Coast area, they're both. I mean, there's so much stuff out there built on islands where the entire islands were fishing islands. They're subject to wave and water action all the time.
Swamp ground.
It's not necessarily swamp ground because they can stabilize and they're building 8-story buildings on it, but the 8-story buildings are set in the floodplain, and they're set low enough that they're a hazard. Here, the only real areas that I saw that would have any effect around here, most farmers have the intelligence to realize where the ground's been wet. We don't have a lot of problem with that. We do have a few places in Potter that might be that way, but most of those, I will tell you, most of those structures I think have been abandoned, and we have a little area around the lake, Paradise Lake, that seems like it may be infringing a little bit now on properties. And then again, the definitions changed slightly too. And originally, it was where the building was. Now, if your deck is in any way infringing in that area, they put you in. So you may find a number of decks in that area that if they go back to it, they're going to find that that's a problem. And it could, in some cases, it may be more financially responsible to remove that deck than to pay the extra insurance. There are just all sorts of little things. We just don't have a whole lot. We have had very, very little question or concern about it. We have had maybe a dozen people in since we started this, and in each case, we show them where their property is, where the flood hazard areas affect their property. In most cases, they smile and they go on.
I think you were talking about Wes, so you were gonna get something up on possibly the website, like, can you do like a brief, do like a brief summary, or do they give us like a brief summary, like how this impacts you now, or is there something that we can put up on there?
Well,
you know, I'm talking about like a one-page,
we did put, when we started this process, we did put information out there explaining what we were doing, what we were going through, what we were adopting. We've had that out there for a long time.
Okay.
This ordinance, I am reluctant to summarize, and the reason why is if in fact we were to err on anything in the summary, I would not want to be responsible for trying to explain it to someone.
I just meant like how you explain to us if I'm an existing landowner now, or if I'm going to build something like that. Just a brief. This is just what you need to do. You need to come. That's all I meant.
I think we still have something out there to that effect.
Okay. We might make sure he she highlights that, or
Yeah.
makes it where it's visible on the front, and then maybe use some of the social media just to kind of make sure.
Well, when we went through that, we actually put it up because we went through a 90-day protest period.
Correct.
And so we put that out. In fact, on the front page at that time, Wes put, it was on what you need to know, or there's a front page hit right there, and it talked about FEMA, and if you went to that, it explained what we were going through and what the process was, and then they have many of the documents. It didn't have this new document on it, but we could easily add this new document too. Okay?
More questions?
Did you get that resolution?
Yeah.
2014, what?
Right, sure, we're about-
1393.
1393.
County Commissioner's Office, this one. We don't even have a key. Right. Okay, but.
Need a motion to go through this, that's the sign, yes.
That's correct. We need a motion to adopt the resolution. Have a second?
Second that.
Motion is second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any further discussion?
How many copies do you need?
All I know is we need to send one back to
The state?
the state,
That's it.
once it's been adopted.
Right.
And we'll look at the rest of the information.
We need one.
So we just do like at least 3 or 4, that should cover. That way maybe you get a copy. Yeah, Brad's for a copy.
Here, there's 3, that way they can keep all of theirs. I think I wrote it in that one already. 1393, and this one already. I wrote it here.
So did you want one?
Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and do 4 copies just to be.
No, there's some more. There's
Oh.
that one. Did you need a copy, or do you?
No, I should be good. I'm sure we got digital version somewhere. That's 1, 2, 3, just do 1, 2, 4.
There's 2 that did get signed.
Is that finished?
What's this one? Seal?
Thank you. You know what, if there's anything else you need to know, or, any other questions you have, please feel free.
I assume this is our seal?
Yeah.
You can see.
Do you vote now? Well, I'm just thinking we're the only governmental entity that do it, not necessarily through paying to do it, but if we're the only governmental entity that's on it, it doesn't do anything, you know.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I don't know for a fact, I'm just saying.
I didn't like $5.
Oh, it's 500?
I thought it was
I thought you 150.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, something else.
Is it past time?
I don't know, it's,
I thought it was just a week
Okay.
well, I think we still weren't sure, so we should-
Not sure, last week we were.
Okay.
I think I had to know, it's already past
Well, for 150, that's not gonna be.
Well, that, I mean, yeah, that would have been different story too, but I didn't say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, that was painless.
Thank you.
And I don't think you're gonna get any real bad, feedback. Most people are happy with, you know, there's no cost to the permit that we're doing right now, and when they come in, the vast majority, 95% of them are going for the, rebate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going for the rebate anyway, so,
So they're killing two birds with one stone.
yeah.
Roger's been going with, the last 2 meetings, so we've been going up to the MOCAM, you know, we approved Roger, he's been doing a very good job, giving us some pretty good insight on some stuff with the MOCAM regional. We're probably the minority of people up there as far as pretty strongly Missouri influence. He's been doing some pretty good insight to the council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
On the county, they have some picnic tables. If they redid it, 11 picnic tables, each picnic table apparently takes 5 boards. And they did all of them, it takes 55 boards. If Kimmy sold the wood, and they did oak, it's 825. Kerrigan priced it to them, 55 boards, for $467.50, and Compton, which is in Portland, was $435, so $37 difference. Now, they said if we didn't want to do them all at one time, they just do a few. I'd say they'll just do 3 or 4, that's it. Start with.
Yeah, they all need to be replaced.
They said that those all need, were in pretty bad shape.
All 12?
11,
Oh, all 11.
yeah. I mean, Gail said, particularly, she said, well, we didn't want to do them all this year, we'll do some this year, next year, maybe do 5 this year, 6 next year, so.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine, just doing a few.
But I think maybe we need to keep them considered, I mean, I don't know.
How many of them?
I doubt that they really, how many could be used, but I doubt that they really had anything like this during the budget, so I'd hate to get too carried away and have the
Yeah.
budget go over.
Here, if it's a 10 of them or what, 5 of them, so.
Yeah, $264 in the capital outlay fund.
Was that treated in the lumber garden, they say? Is that
How about the lumber yard still treated?
I think it was treated that way, yes.
Yeah, I'd say like half of them, like, probably
But the question is, there's nothing in their capital outlay fund. So they have to come out of the commodities contraction.
Can you take it out of Parks and Rec,
yeah, that one.
Parks and Rec money?
I think the last balance that seems like 3,500 or something like that, so.
If you were to take it out of, that'd be the case.
Yeah.
If we've got money in there, that's fine. Guess it's in here somewhere, I don't know. Commissioner Thompson? Yes, we have 2 fewer pens now than we had an hour ago.
One safer child,
I'm sorry?
and one safer child.
Yeah. The child's been in a good place.
The ending cash balance was 4194
Well, as,
from December.
on here, it's year to date is $4,270.
Yeah, so $467.50.
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
Motion is second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried 3-0.
$467
$467.50 is the,
for all of it, for all the boards?
For 55 boards, yeah.
You may have to wait, see if there's a delivery, or if there is, that was come in and pick them up.
Yeah, they got taken, so they could have done once in a while, so it's no big deal.
I was just saying, they do deliver, I know that.
Like
but I didn't know.
all-
Do you need any hardware to, or new screws or bolts or whatever?
He may have. I think I remember asking her if they know about which if the boards are that bad shape, the bolts can't be in good shape.
We'll start with, get those decking screws.
You know, it depends on what kind of frame. Yeah, Gail, it's Mike Bowden, Housing Down Commission Office, how are you? Good, we approved, the purchase of 55 boards. We'd like for you to, buy them from Kerrigan, because that's in county. If they won't deliver, you just, sometime you come to town, pickup will handle them, they just take them to the pickup. Will that work? Will that work? No. No, that's a little much. They was $825, is that right? Right, and you said, right, yeah, but that doesn't last long enough. I don't think they ought to last 10 years, I think. Yeah, and if, right, these were treated, is that right? Yeah, okay. And I'd say that, we said that if you needed to get any bolts or anything to go along with them, then you just, whatever you need, once you get them tore apart, and what you need to repair with bolts. So, okay? All right, that's it. Bye. I'm not sure if they'll probably need to set up a purchase order or something, they'll just get the bill or something.
You want to purchase one?
Yeah, we can approve one right now. Dixie,
Well, yeah, they have to get screws and stuff too, who knows how much that could be. They thought maybe we'd do the oak boards, cause they'd last long, it's twice as hot, too.
But you'd have to pay them, and then they
stand.
Yeah, and if it's fresh cut oak, I mean, if it's, and they tell you to dry out, and I've had that happen before, that they don't shut down.
What are you making?
Pardon?
What are they making?
Just putting picnic tables, putting new boards on picnic tables.
Oh.
I think they said they're 8-foot picnic tables or something like that. Takes 5 boards to be 3 on it.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. Do you have anything on the, did you get a response back on?
Yes, I met with Jay in my office, and we talked about what we needed. I think we're still a little bit apart, but he did not have the actual billing, the invoices, and so I did ask him for that. He was up doing a punch list at the conference center, and he said he'd get that to me. He did tell me today that he was gonna be back up, I don't remember what it was, but sometime this week, that he's back up, so.
see that actual building, but I'm not gonna, pay a guesstimation and stuff, so. He's still seeking the 80%.
Would you like to go into executive session to discuss it?
Okay.
Or, we probably ought to go into executive session to discuss it in more detail.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Attorney Client privilege. Second.
Motion second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Good 10 minutes.
So, 2:40?
Yeah.
Yeah, should be. Not at work, sure.
So I don't know where it's at. There's no lock.
Yeah.
Let me go downstairs and get it.
Our key's been open that.
Do you have 2 keys? One of them should work on it.
I think I want to get on.
You got 2 keys?
I think I have 2 keys.
Is there supposed to be?
Nate, you find what you needed?
I think it's still, well, there's one here too.
Okay.
You see that it's closer. I doubt this was, nope, you'll have to try that one. I doubt this was the code, because the 93 code requires them every 6 feet. Or maybe it's every 12 feet.
Who's got keys that?
Well, I don't know. What's that for?
There's water.
This is really safety. I don't. Here we go.
3 copies, please.
I could have ran down the stairs and printed it off my computer. So what, you need a 5 cent pencil?
Oh, yeah. She turned it back on.
No, I.
You have to turn it back on.
Right, this way. There's always 2 doors.
3
Is
copies?
that door, was it unlocked?
Yeah.
Do you need a copy or 3 copies?
Well, if you make a copy, they'll each have one to read, and only one.
This is the original.
Right.
Okay.
Jeff can have the originals. Yeah. Like if Bill get a copy, I'll get a copy.
Jeff gets a ready.
I'll get the bill. You get all the responsibility. We'll send time out for your name only.
Okay.
Just a hard.
That's for the plane. I don't know if you want to write on there or anything else. Okay.
I don't know, that's a good question. I wonder if they're making track how many campers are out there. They told you? Speak off the
No, but when they did, last week, they said that they had a couple of cameras or something out there.
This is,
It's pretty nice out there.
I ought to call them and just tell them, once they find out how many volts, they need to call us and tell us what the cost of the volts is gonna be, and then we'll.
Is that gonna cover like the?
that was just the plane. I didn't know if you wanted to add.
That's what the motion covers. I'm gonna call her and just say, once you guys find out how many volts you need, then give us another purchase order.
What's that?
Was that what?
Well, that's like.
I just said you wanted me to approved it. The thing is,
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
she's the facility administrator.
I'd get Pat read it and send it to her.
She is the facility administrator, and it's a person that has to be this called for its representation. And that's why we're really.
Yeah, management representation letter.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the representation, letter presented, to the commission.
Okay,
Let them to him.
well, I believe you, I mean, that's.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you, Richard. I assume one copy is all she needed, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna scan, keep mine, keep it and send her the original. All of it too. The other two things you don't sign.
And then hopefully, she's coming back up pretty soon to get wrapped up.
I think once we got those passed, then she will bring the final draft up to us.
Is that the representation?
Yeah, the management representation letter.
And, she sent me an email, whether she copied you or not, but those ending balances then she would be glad to help make sure.
Put them in the CIP.
Gets them put back into the CIP, so I'd sure take advantage of that if we can.
Pat, do you have the last RFP we did? You have a copy of that?
Probably.
You might wanna look that up, cause I think we're at the end of I think we had a 4-year with them. 4-year contract with Houston and Allen.
I was thinking you guys had one more year left.
We've been for the fiscal years 2010 through
13, 14, be
10, 11, 12, and 13. That's 4 years. Yeah, we did it in year 2011 for the fiscal year 2010. That's 4 years.
So
But-
11, 12, 13.
Okay, it's a copy of that contract. Should have that other thing. Resubmitted. Yeah. We should probably take a look at that regardless, just so we got time. I mean, we're June of preceding years. So.
Yeah, here's the concept. Jerry's will file on September 11th. That'd have been kind of late, wouldn't it?
What's that?
September 11th of 2011? Or July, here's July 12th. I don't know, this was his first year, I'm not sure.
Joe comes to you about those checks for his non-watercraft.
She's dying, that's why she's not here yet.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys want to pay that out of the general fund?
He's gonna take that out of,
General maintenance,
I'm
general.
gonna take that out of park and board,
That's for the blank.
That's for the planks.
Oh, that's the plan, okay, I'm sorry, you're right.
But he didn't give, he said he thought it was gonna go out, come out of county general. So that's what she entered it in.
Maintenance, under the maintenance department.
It's gonna, he's got about a little over or not quite 90, it's gonna come to a little over 19,000. He's got plenty of money in his capital outlay.
You also have to transfer 10,000 from maintenance to road and bridge on that truck.
What's that?
Transfer 10,000 out of the maintenance fund for the truck, for the pickup, and it goes in the road and bridge.
So do you want a requisition too?
We need to get some documentation on that.
Yeah.
So we're giving them, 10,000 is the value of their road and bridge, Matt Dorson's old pickup for, we gotta get that stuff right, just so we,
Yep,
yeah.
they need to have paper trail.
Yeah.
It's just transfer from one fund back into another one. Sherry.
And snow plowing.
Hmm? Those are all actual, like, load tickets. Have you driven by there?
I didn't realize it was gonna be that long.
I knew they were gonna go the whole span of the farmer's market. Looks pretty.
You know,
That looks really long, yeah.
They got like a cure for like, not quite 30 days.
I didn't think it'd be that long.
Are they gonna sell, how many of those things are they
Next
gonna
thing,
sell?
Well, you get plates, I mean,
Lawnmower.
Yeah, you don't.
We
I
bought
think,
one.
I think they
You
should
bought
have 30
I
seconds.
haven't
Of
yet.
course, Terry might.
You should get in on
Matt
it. Those
might.
things will be up there for
Yeah.
a long time. It's a nice place.
But are plates gonna cover the whole thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be around the main sign.
Painted tile.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're gonna be around that main sign.
I think it's like high quality, like glass tile too. I don't think it's like,
We will just put nice ones down there.
yeah.
They said they're starting a class how to teach them to paint them or
Yeah.
put them on, or who was telling me they was in a class? Just somebody that did that.
They're probably training some of the directors, cause there's gonna be like project directors that'll teach people,
Mary
they'll
Van-
supervise.
Mary Van Patten, I had never seen that.
She's got, the reason why we're talking about this, but, okay, this is.
Budget concrete?
Yeah, this is the actual invoice, so we need that. We need you to have. Yeah, this has got, what you're gonna get, is like the copy of the tickets, but, yeah. So Mo can bill to us.
We need to, we've kind of more or less, department heads, none of us were very clear on setting the budget time. And we're gonna be open to either use work session, depending on what the department head, what they fits their schedule. And if we get too crunched and have to have a special meeting, we don't have any problem having
Like
that.
workshop day, budget workshop day.
We've had those
last year.
before, and I have no problem doing that,
So work sessions up until what date?
so. Through July 8th.
Yeah.
He said Peggy House set appointments.
Yeah, I have an email on her, July 8th.
I think Matt put in for next week, okay?
He put in on the regular, so I'll change it to work session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would be good for work sessions.
Would we want to start our work sessions earlier, in case we have anything else we need to talk about? You guys have any problems?
No.
Just curious about you.
They need more time to do it.
Matt texted me,
I mean, if we don't have anything, then we.
the 2004 Chevrolet 3500.
He texted you?
2004?
I texted him to ask him.
Oh, I did too.
Oh.
Okay, he likes you better than me, am I right?
Well, I have a spot, so I'll change it to 4. It's a few 4.
Yes,
So if you,
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I mean, if we don't have anything specific going to work, I mean,
I'd say we ought to
Checking our
notify
budgets.
Wes that we'll set our workshop during budget season for those 3 days at 9 o'clock. Starting at 9 o'clock, that does give everybody else a little bit more option. It gives you the afternoon for actual business and stuff if you.
And then you'll set up the people, the departments to work start.
After the department head and all the departments have a shot, and we'll add all the outside agencies.
yeah, so we need to get notification out to them. Are you sending that out or calling?
I already have it written up.
So we need to get that right out here, probably the next day. Get that out to them as soon as they can start planning and we can get going. Okay. What else we need?
I make a motion to go into executive session.
With,
Non-elected personnel, is that job?
With the commissioners, county council, and Chris.
okay, how long do we need?
I'm gonna go 40 minutes. That'd take you to 3:45.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, motion is second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
He sent me the same email, so it's 2004.
Some of them are very ready, and some of them are.
So they done stuff in CIC, or what have they submitted?
They don't have access to submit it in the CIC, so they've got the sheets they can print off, fill in the information, get them to me, and I will enter them into CIC. And then once you guys approve the stuff, I'll transfer the CIC numbers over to the state budget number, their spreadsheet. That's the way it'll happen.
Do we still have to get the state budget sheet? Okay, I thought, for some reason,
So are you emailing these people and then telling them that they need to set it up for morning work session on Tuesday?
Why don't you?
I can send out another email saying
Send
that
it
it's
out.
Monday morning.
I
I
think we
just want to get a hold of Pauline and schedule it, so they,
I think.
Well, yeah, but you notify them, tell them that they have their choice, but notify Pauline to put what time, you know, because that way she can keep if she wants to keep the time, that way, to print out the agenda or what's good.
and that's why I was having, her to get an agenda time, because Pauline will have the.
You should have a list of some of those other vendors. I mean, I personally would like to hear, I mean, even down at Memorial Hall, anybody that we give money to.
Oh, you mean outside agencies?
Outside
Outside
agencies,
agencies.
Chief Rickard and, I forwarded on to Chris, he wants it on,
Good.
you got that one, didn't you? I
When
forwarded
did
it
that send it?
either yesterday or the day before, I
That's the
forwarded it
mental
to
health,
you.
that's the Keith, that's the.
Mental health, right.
Okay.
And, I think we're gonna go to 9 o'clock workshop session start time, so.
The next
So,
4 weeks.
9 o'clock, okay.
Yeah, that should give us quite a bit of time to talk about budgets.
Okay. 9
Well,
o'clock.
A little more, 2 extra days.
I think it fits into the work schedule better, and then that way if you have other action items you need to work on, you have a meeting to do it.
That's true.
And then if somebody doesn't want to be on camera, budget, well, that's fine.
Starting
Next week.
June 17th, so I will reschedule Matt, 'cause
Well, he was gonna, yeah, that's
I
fine.
scheduled
He can come in the morning, yeah,
I scheduled him for regular, because I didn't know if you were gonna do.
that's fine, yeah, he usually up here for work session. So.
Okay, I'll just get a hold of him and schedule.
I got your email. Pauline.
Okay.
And Patty saw the email from Matt with Tina. Okay.
Yes.
They need to be started in October.
July 1st. Written agreement.
Maybe they would, maybe by July.
Well, July 1st, because it's 3 months prior to the bid letting.
Okay.
October, they'll have an October letting, so they need it 3 months prior to that.
So I give us 3 weeks, short 3 weeks.
Is that possible?
Oh, yeah.
We've been saying, oh yeah, for a while, so we're just trying to
And
figure out.
on
We'll actually
the
get
accounts payable today, you'll be listed under general fund for those things that you guys approved today for. Then we'll just switch that before you get checked and have you re-sign that next week.
Yeah, the,
Maintenance?
On the
Maintenance.
maintenance, on those items,
Equipment.
Yeah. And then I would assume Melanie Tuttle will be here next week?
well, she has to present she's gonna have to get the final report, because I think they put it in a booklet deal. And then I'm assuming that she'll want time to come up here, so.
Hopefully here before the end of the month.
we had to sign off two things on, I think, audit, and then she's ready to, according to the way I read the email, that she would be ready to present the final report to us. And I think all the reports ever got this pretty nice book there, they put it in the book
Yeah.
form and stuff, so.
We'll just ask, we need to inquire with her to see what, see what come up, so.
Yeah, well, she got just, if I remember right, a couple of the others I'd seen, it was July before they, so we're a month away, and probably by the time she could.
I'd like to have it by the end of June, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, here's actually one July 30th.
We're at June 10th right now. You figured 17th would be next.
Well, I think I'd sure like to have it so that, I mean, although we do have our balances that we can already transfer.
Yeah, you've got a draft, maybe she'll send you another draft, but.
She could send us another draft and stuff, but if you need, like I said, if you need, if she said she wanted to help move those numbers, don't be afraid to ask, and then maybe at the same time find out how soon she'll have the final.
Yeah, see what we get.
report.
I'll email her and find out.
Although, let's see.
We're looking at the calendar right now, 17th is the next.
17th would-
Then we got 24th would be the last meeting of the month. Then you got July 1st. So I'd really like to have the,
We could probably have it by the 24th.
I don't see why that'd be, you know, cause she has pretty much everything put together, we just need to get that count number or something. Or official, non-draft mode.
I think we're gonna have anything else, Mr. Chairman, Jim?
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Just want to do the bills next week, or,
Oh, is she coming up with,
I have to come up and
yeah, that's fine,
just so you know.
let's go ahead and get it done.
Yep.
Okay.
Check our come up real quick.
Mary, we approved resolution 2014-1393. That's the adoption of the floodplain management resolution. We're gonna,
Mike?
what?
Mike was going to make a motion, I think there's something about the bill. Are you gonna,
Yeah, I told them we need to finish the, they're gonna run up with the bills to do.
Oh, they're gonna bring them up?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
That's fine, yeah, you can
you could probably go, Bill.
Yeah, we just got to sign bills.
We just gotta sign.
Let's just sign bills.
I thought I heard.
Roger,
Let's go ahead and open it.
well, Roger's gonna have, it's how big is the report? It's just, it's more like 17, it's huge. The actual floodplain resolution, it's multiple pages, so,
You want me to email it to you? I just scanned it downstairs.
yeah, here it is, it's
I don't know if I
17.
need to do the whole thing.
19, it's 19 pages.
Oh, Roger, I have a copy for you.
Yeah. We're gonna have it on our website so people can,
Okay,
so people can view it, so.
is this an update of, wasn't there something before?
Yeah, this is the ongoing update in coordination with the campus, I think, our office.
Yeah, in September, there'll be,
FEMA.
they've already redefined flood areas. The new areas will actually, I think it's September when they will actually take effect, and that's basically when this takes effect.
Yeah, I think I did a story trying to explain that.
Anyway, do it in a regular meeting, open session, so.
Okay.
You said the reports have nice details.
I need a ride. Going to Casas to get my car, I had to do something.
Where'd you hit, Rock? Where'd you hit, Rock?
My wife threw me through the windshield.
Bird.
Yeah, little rock hit the corner, you know, it started out like this, the next thing you know, it's about this long, and then it started going this way.
From that Taurus.
True.
And then on the, I believe it was the mower and the trailer that you guys had just approved today,
Mhm.
he wasn't sure which fund to put it in, so we put it in the general fund, and it's supposed to go in the maintenance, but I wanted it to be in there so the numbers would be in, but I will change that today.
Okay.
And put
Oh,
the
that's
right
already
line.
on.
Yeah.
On here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the actual invoice.
Oh, wait, I didn't forget, how much was that, class that I didn't take to, because I said I was gonna reimburse the county? You know, remember?
You mean for the county, I mean, the commissioners,
case I
write it
forget.
to you, huh?
Make a note of that in case I forget.
Posted.
So how is your mom doing? Bill, how's your mom doing?
Pretty good.